Everyone, and welcome to Who to the Curve, and this is a Robert Ruiz rant. And today we're going to be speaking on Ghost of Friendship Past, a sarcastic stroll down memory lane. The people from our past, the ghosts of friendships and relationships that didn't quite make the cut. They're like the expired coupons of our social lives, once useful, now just taking up space. So let's dive into this delightful topic with the sarcasm and humor it deserves. Let's speak on the ghost of friendship past. Once upon a time, you had a friend who was your ride or die, your partner in crime. You shared secrets, dreams, and maybe even a few regrettable fashion choices, but somewhere along the way, life happened. Maybe they moved to a different city, or perhaps they started posting way too many inspirational quotes on social media. Whatever the reason, they didn't make it to your future. And you know what? That's okay. They were like the seasonal pumpkin spice latte of friendships. Great for a while, but not something you want all year round. Let's speak on the X-Files, relationships that didn't survive the sequel. Exes, the people who once made your heart flutter and now make your eyes roll. They're like the Blockbuster movies that never got a sequel because, let's face it, the original wasn't that great to begin with. Sure, there were some good times, but there were also the arguments over who left the cap off the toothpaste and the passive-aggressive texts. They didn't make it to your future for a reason, and that reason is probably your sanity. Let's speak on the colleagues who vanished. Office ghost stories. Remember that colleague who was your work BFF? You shared office gossip, complained about the boss, and maybe even plotted a few harmless pranks. But then they got a new job, or you did, and suddenly those daily coffee breaks were a thing of the past. They didn't make it to your future because, let's be honest, you were only friends because you were stuck in the same cubicle farm. They were like the office plants, nice to have around, but not something you'll take when you leave. Let's speak on the high school reunion, a horror story. High school reunions are like the horror movie where the ghosts of your past come back to haunt you. You see people you haven't thought about in years, and you realize why you haven't thought about them in years. The jock who peaked in high school, the drama queen who's still causing drama, and the nerd who's now a tech billionaire. Okay, maybe you should have stayed in touch with that one. They didn't make it to your future because you outgrew them, and that's perfectly fine. Life is about moving forward, not reliving the past. Let's talk about the social media cleanse, unfriending from mental health. In the age of social media, it's easier than ever to keep tabs on people from your past, but just because you can doesn't mean you should. Unfriending or unfollowing people who no longer add value to your life is like a digital detox for your mental health. They didn't make it to your future because you decided to prioritize your well-being over maintaining superficial connections. It's like cleaning out your closet. Sometimes you have to get rid of the old to make room for the new. Let's talk about the wisdom of letting go, a life lesson. In the end, forgetting about people in your past is a form of self-care. It's about recognizing that not everyone is meant to be in your life forever. Some people are like chapters in a book, important for the story, but not the whole story. They didn't make it to your future because their role in your life was complete. And that's a good thing. It means you're growing, evolving, and making space for new, more meaningful connections. Let's speak on to moving on. So here's to the people who didn't make it to your future. They served their purpose, taught you lessons, and maybe even gave you a few good stories to tell. But now it's time to move on and focus on the people who are here in your present, and we will be in your future, because life is too short to dwell on the past. Cheers to moving on and making room for better things. Thank you for listening to Who to the Curve. Don't forget to like us, share, and subscribe. Thanks.
Resentment grows and gets misplaced from sheer confusion. When it's tempting to give up and give in to delusions, I find a star that's north, a heart that's pure, a place that's quiet. I look inside and find a way to go. I stay reminded. Can't switch sides, hold my own, wait on back.